What age were you doing this?
Well, I was doing real estate at 25. I was not doing as much as you were doing at 25. So that's what I mean. Your trajectory is different. So that's what a lot of people look at is, they look at, oh man, he's where I want to be or whatever. But like the trajectory that you're on for your age is insane.
Okay.
And so I look at that too, like with different guys, and like a lot of people didn't even make their first million before they're 30 years old. Like the odds of you doing that is very likely. You know what I mean?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I mean, it's not really so much about like making the 1 million. Do you want me to hold this?
Sure.
It's not really so much about making the 1 million for me. I think for me, like the biggest thing, I mean, as you know, I'm married, I have kids.
Yep.
And I think I look at that and I think about like, dude, I not only owe it to like myself, but also to my wife and kids to do like the very best that I can.
Yep.
Because if I don't, I'm going to be doing a big disservice. Because I feel like I've been given much by God, like as talents and things like that, that I need to give back.
Yep.
So I love to give back as much as I can.
That's awesome. Dude, I'm going to tell you this story that I literally just with everything that you just said. So you got the parable of the talents, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so that's the one that like is one of my favorite stories that Jesus told. You have the 1 bag, the 3 bags, and the 5 bags that was given to them by their master, right? The guy with 5 bags comes back and he brings 5 more back, and he's like, master, you gave me this, you entrusted me with this, and here's 5 more. Look, I doubled it. Same thing with the 3. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention was the master said, well done, good and faithful servant. Then the person with the 3 bags does the same thing. Hey, look, master, you gave me 3. I have 3 more. The interesting thing about that is the master was no more impressed or no more like satisfied. He said, well done, good and faithful servant, than the person that did 5. They technically did more. They have more, but they were also given more. Now, the person with 1, those are the people who took the talent and then they buried it. So he buried the talent and he said, look, I knew you were a hard man and a hard, master. And he blamed it on him of the reasons of why he wasn't successful. He buried his talent. And so I feel exactly the same way that you feel. I remember Andy Stanley, he's a Christian pastor. He said that we're all 3 baggers in a way. There's a lot of people with more and there's a lot of people with less. I feel very similar to how you feel, where it's a big responsibility, because I feel like I was given 5 bags. I feel like God gave me a lot of gifts. And so at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's not about anything. It's about like, I've been given a lot and I feel like it's my responsibility to like honor God and use the talents that I was given.
Yeah, one big thing that, I really can take from that is just the fact of like, trying to grow yourself and really trying to build on that, right? I feel like growing up, it wasn't really, easy for me. I feel like one thing that I told our friend here is, the fact that I think he's doing an awesome job. And the reason I say that is because I feel like a lot of times growing up, I didn't have that. I didn't have somebody to be there to say, hey, you're doing good, like keep going. So I feel like it's super crucial, like you were talking about, to whatever talents you have or how many bags you have. You say you have 5, I probably feel like I have like 2 or 3.
Sure.
But whatever it is, to be able to multiply it and be fruitful with it, because you don't want to hide it, right?
Yep.
And at the end of the day, like you may have 5, I have 3, but at the end of the day, like as long as I can do my very best and do, to just multiply that, I think that's really valid, and I think that's super, crucial for us to think that way and not be fearful.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if you have less, if you have more, as long as you can do like the best that you can with the, current resources that you have.
Yep.
I think that's really what counts. But I think it's hard to get to that point, though, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, I didn't think that way.
Right.
I always thought like, I'm not good enough. I'm not gonna make it. It's not me. And now I know for a fact that I am the one.
Yep.
And that's like a really powerful thing, because like the mindset that just changes.
Yep.
It's like this light bulb that just goes off.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's freaking awesome. I love it.